Hey guys, how's it going? So today, here's one of those ingots I made in the microwave kiln. Just some that blue glass that I got from the thrift store. So I want to start and get a working edge around this thing so that I can try to pressure flake it and make a nice point out of it. So let's get going. So basically on these little square edges, just try to you can kind of hear that sound where it's too high pitch where it sounds like it could break. So just keep taking a little platform and then try to use that same platform you just made to go back. So like a zigzag basically. Using the rock's a little bit dangerous, but it's a little faster for me. And now with the microwave kiln, if I accidentally snap it, I can just put the pieces back in the microwave kiln and melt it back together, which is kind of cool. I wish you could do that with obsidian, but it doesn't look like with a microwave kiln you can. It comes out kind of funny, but it would be incredible to be able to do that with obsidian. Way I go, sun, there we go, maybe that's finally better. The shadow, oh. That stuck way out, so I figured while I was at it I might as well start shaping that. So, and there's probably no sense in doing that yet till I do some indirect on this side, and then that way if it breaks when I'm doing the indirect, then I didn't waste my time getting it all, the whole thing, just kind of do one side at a time is what I'm imagining. Beautiful glass, man. This was a really nice piece. I've been getting crazy colors at the thrift store that I can, break odd shapes that you can't really do anything with, and then break them and then get usable ingots. And then what I'm going to do is in the little ceramic dish that you set the pieces of glass on, I'm going to carve it out with a metal tool and basically make a kind of oval biface shaped piece that has some convexity, because this side where it melts has real nice convexity, and then the bottom is real flat, where so if I build that convexity into the mold and melt the glass, it should go into that same form. So I'm working on making a more of a mold for it, and I think it's going to be helpful. Okay, let's zigzag the bottom. Be nice. No, Max, not right now. like just using this little braiding stone. It's flat on this side where I'm braiding a lot of my work. You can see how much I've worn that off, but I use the little round side to kind of get in there and nip these little flakes off. You can indirect and do zigzag back and forth, but that high hitting, I end up breaking a lot of them until I get more used to indirect. So just doing this way, get a working edge, then do the indirect. That high pitched sound is the one you need to be careful for. Damn it. That's not wanting to go. Maybe I can. Damn it. Okay, don't step in the glass. Okay, now that I got a working edge on this side, let's see if we can shoot some flakes and get some of this surface. This side melted naturally, so super soft. This side you set it on some paper, which keeps the glass to sticking from the kiln, but the paper, cotton, I don't know if it's fiberglass paper or what, it's a little textured, so it leaves a little bit of texture back there. Just kind of abrade that. Alright, so now I'm just going to look for natural platforms. You imagine your center line, don't look at the actual edge, just imagine the center, very center, and then at that point look for anything that hangs down below, and those are perfect spots to hit to take a flake. And the first flakes you take before you build convexity will be real wide fanning flakes. They won't be nice controlled flakes. See that big flake right there? That was nice. I kind of like the way the wood cushioned when it hit the... Where did that big flake go? I think it broke up, but... all I'm looking to do is get the surface clean so that I have a nice working, I don't leave any of this ugly texture in the center of my point. So okay, I think that's the perfect spot right there. Try to support the biface. Yeah, that one just crunched out. It didn't go. Let's try another one here. There we go. That was a good little flake. Okay. I'm gonna have to fix that little edge there and try it again right in the middle of those two flakes. between those two. That was a pretty good one. Left a little bit of a weird line there. Let's get another one right into this mess. Kind of left a little bit of a rough thing there, but I think we can get another one here. So half that surface is done, then I'll be able to do the other side, and then I'll have a clean side. This one I'm not as worried about because it already has the lens convexity, and then this is the bad flat side that had that texture that I need to get off. So there we go. Got some of that bad off. Okay. Let's go ahead and work one from the top here. Here we go. Shot one down. Okay, let's zigzag this edge and shoot some more into this, and then hopefully some of that garbage will come off. Let me sweep up this mess real quick. Go, go, I don't want you stepping on that. No. Buddy, get out of here. Stop eating my bone. And that pug, he'll eat anything, man. He's like a, I don't even know what he is. Okay. Buddy, I don't want you by this glass. Buddy, damn it. Get out of here. Stop eating my stuff. Buddy, don't step in the glass. Grr. No, Max. Max, don't step in the glass. Go. Okay. Throw it in the grinder. Should theoretically work just like obsidian. Like you're just napping a slab of obsidian. I'm not very good with glass. I kind of learned on it, just a little pressure flaking, but I haven't been doing it very often, so kind of out of practice, man. So again, there's the platform. There's a couple that really hang down, but I'm looking to do most off that side, but might as well use that while it's there. So, well, are there any lower ones on this side? Yeah, here's a good one. Meh, decent little flake, but it only ran to there. Probably didn't hit it hard enough. There we go. That was the flake we were looking for to clear that out. Okay, let's get another one right on that platform. Try to get a bunch of this crap off. Ran a little short. See if we can maybe run one in there. What are you guys doing? Don't hit my camera. Don't hit my camera. Shit. Pussed out on that one. Buddy, no. You already ate all my stuff. Look, just cleared it out, man. Got one little bad spot right there. But I think that's just a flake that hasn't detached. I don't want to cut myself, but that'll end up coming out. Okay. Do one from the bottom and get this off. Woohoo! That was super nice. Let's do another one here. Buddy, don't step in the glass. Go, go. I've been playing with you guys all the time. Right now I'm flint napping. No, 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 buddy. Buddy, go. You're gonna step in the glass. Go. Buddy. Okay. So pretty much that side's cleared off. I got that one crunch and munch spot right there, but like I said, I think that's gonna come off. But that whole textured thing I think is done. Okay, let's shoot some across into this side. can try to raise platforms in a couple areas. Okay, it's a lot thinner now, so I need to be careful. See how much thinner that is now that I thin that side out? It's not thick like when I first started working on it. Kind of a little flake, it fanned out. Nope, Charlie. That side's no bueno. It's like real thin right there. I might have to just pressure flake that. See if the edge is too thin and you try to do one of those flakes into it, it'll probably collapse or break. So okay, just got this shiny. The only thing that's left on the original flat face is that. Hey, what's going on? Be good. Okay, let's take one here. Ooh, doggy, that thing shot all the way to the middle. You want it to go to the middle or past to thin it down. Let's do a little light one. Okay, that's looking good. Okay. Gotta give it to those indirect guys, man. Mr. Jack Crafty, learn from watching him. Sal. You guys are pretty good with the old indirect stick. It's a pretty delicate operation, but you can get points really thin that way. I'm kind of more a percussion guy, percussion them down on stone until they get pretty thin and then try to finish it out with pressure. But to get those paper thin, like those Texas points and stuff, pretty sure they used indirect percussion. Okay guys, one more here and we can call that and move on to the... Look out, Sashi, no, don't step on this. There we go, got her. Okay, so that side's clean, that side's clean. I got that kind of one little bad spot there, but I can probably get that off with pressure flake, and I think I can pry that off. So yep, let's start let me see what time it is. See how much time I have left. I'm on lunch break right now. I get the privilege of working from home a lot of times, so then when I work at home I can nap on my lunch break sometimes. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is thicken this edge now so I can start doing some pressure flakes. And I need my pad. I don't know what I did with it. This is exciting though, good for practice on the indirect percussion with the glass. Get random pieces and melt it in the microwave. I use the flat bottoms, of course, of bottles and stuff, but even those have a curve to it. So just to start out with a nice little flat piece and get a couple nice pieces of glass. Obviously, just check your stuff and make sure you're not like ruining or like a super rare antique or something. But I've ordered some uranium glass, and I'm waiting until I get better at this before I use those, because I'm a little out of practice with the actual glass. Let's run some thinner chicken dinners, guys. That platform edge just didn't look right, so I'm just going to kind of fix it here. Okay. And then once you build that smoother texture, then the flakes really start going, but you have to kind of smooth the point out first before you really start cranking on those pressure flakes. Flakes will not travel well on a rough surface, pressure anyway. Thickening anywhere where it's too thin, where it's not going to take a flake. Beautiful stuff, man. Then the better, smoother surface you get, the stronger it is too, because it doesn't have those odd weak places where it can break. So I'm not trying to shoot super far ones yet, I'm just trying to smooth up the surface. When I get to that point, man, I'll be putting in some major inward force. Okay, so I've got this high spot right here, so let's take some good flakes into that. I'm going to push in a little bit harder on this one. About from there to there. Okay, it's thick right here. So I'm actually going to make this platform. Gently push down and raise it up to that side. Okay, grind it. So see how there's thickness right here off to this side? I need to get those bulbs off all right there so that it's a little more uniform. Shit, I overground it. I think I made that platform a little too robust. There we go, look at that. 5 really nice flakes, totally fix the symmetry on that. Same thing here. Look out, Sashi, this is glass, look out. Look out, Sashi, this is bad. Sashi, look out. Don't step in it, don't step in it. Man. All right. The little girl doggy Sasha, she's cute, but she wants to be like right by me, and she'll end up just standing right in that glass. Nobody, don't stand in it either. Just like, what the hell, Dad? You're outside. That means playtime. What are you playing with? Okay. So now on this side, you can see it's a little thick. There's just a little bump on each side. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can start peeling some flakes now on the thicker parts. Ooh, that was a big old flake from there to there. Should have made a ridge here. Yep, there's another one. Let's do another one. Look at that, from there to there. Let's do another one. Okay, let's make one right on the corner here. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good, man. That's looking good. And then I learned from watching Sal, those little things, don't sit here and try to nitpick it and get those little unbroken things. Just get a little X-Acto at the end, and you can pick those little undetached flakes that didn't fully go. Micro hinges or whatever they call them. Nice little flake. See, when you take flakes off of each side, you get that razor thin, sharp edge. But while you're still completing the pressure flaking process, you purposely get rid of that at the very end. You want to leave it like that, but until you get your convexity, there's no reason to have that razor sharp edge. You're not going to be able to flake anything into it. It's just going to collapse. So braiding with glass is pretty important. Ooh, doggies. This is definitely good practice for the real thin obsidian delicate points, because it's basically the same thing. Okay, I got a little bit of high spot right there, so I'm going to purposely raise this edge. So see off here some of these little high bumps? That's what I'm going to take off. Ooh, that's a peeler. That went from there to there. Now let's be careful, just like the obsidian. Don't get an overshot and rip the other side of the point off. Uh-oh. Wasn't trying to peel that one yet, and it went. Yeah, so much better. Buddy, don't step in this. Go. Okay, let's work on that tip a little bit. I don't want the tip too thin and break it when I'm doing the notching or something, but there's still some uneven parts. Ooh, very nice. It's a scary sound. Nice. So I got one little high spot right here where the edge, it's not convex, it just makes like a 45-degree right here and then stops and then it's flat here. So I need to build some convexity there. Okay, let's grind her. Let's see if the platform looks right for going to that side. Yep, there's some. Looking good. Building that convexity. Platform collapsed a little bit right there. So the only bad thing is once you take flakes from both sides, that edge gets too thin. You can't really do anything with it, so you kind of got to rebuild the working edge again. Ooh, man, this is cool. Oh, that little piece came out of the middle too. I just picked it off with my fingernail. Okay, I got a high bump right here in this spot. You can see more material here, so I'm going to take some of that off. Okay, nice. Let me check the time. Shit, I gotta get back.